I, for the life of me, cannot, I really cannot, I really hate coons and bedwenches who basically goes ahead and do a disservice to their and turn on their own kind just to satisfy I ain't even gonna call these fuckers dominant society, because there ain't nothing dominant about them. They are not the dominant society we are. But I swear, it's some of our people, man. You can't. It's beyond saving. And this guy, you probably recognize him, who's made for the past few hours a little bit of fame or whatever. Because he says that the Philando Castile verdict of the punk ass pig, Geronimo Yanez, him murdering our brother Philando Castile, was justified, and he goes right along with this. Now this morning, I'm saying I managed to catch it late, because I'm gonna talk about two things on this video today, two topics, and this is one. The other one is the one I'm maybe late. I'm late with it, but I still can't believe it. But then again, I'm not surprised. Take it how you like it. This is Kevin Martin. I would not say he's the coon of the week, but he is the coon of the month. Starting from this day all the way to July 29th. And I'm gonna tell you something. This is one of these guys that's basically, and this a young punk anyway though, so he's a punk anyway. Who feel like he's got more sense than anybody else, and that reminds me of a lot of people that I've come across yesterday. Kevin Martin said that the Philando Castile shooting was justified, and he said all type of derogatory things, said that Philando Castile was a gangster, this and that, so and so. The audio I got is about maybe, I don't know how long it is, but if you could sit with me through this annoying little boy's voice, because I think I had to clean my ears out and had to drink some castor oil after listening to it myself. It's just basically horrifying in its own. And I think Torin Rain, he did a video on this guy too. And I seen a glimpse of him, but I just didn't never know who the hell he was. And I think I remember that video that Torin Rain had did. It said Kevin Martin is on the heels of David Clark's coonistic ways. And trust me, he is. Give me a couple minutes. I'm just gonna try to get out here and I'm gonna find the audio for it. And let me just give me a few seconds. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, folks. Sorry about that. Well, it took me a while. I had to dig through my archives, but I did find it though. So let me just go ahead and let y'all listen to this little boy with his bullshit.
Hello. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Kevin Martin coming to you live on this beautiful day, beautiful afternoon here in central Pennsylvania. And I I just want to talk a little bit about this Philandro Castile shooting that has resurfaced.
Okay. First thing first, his name is Philando Castile. My thing to all you future coons, Sambos, and you bedwenches, if you're going to get out here and you're going to chastise and talk about somebody, talk about your own, get the name right. Okay, he's already, I could tell he's failed when it came to grammar, because he's trying to sound so Caucasian with the BS. I mean, if you're going to do it, at least have the common sense to have your grammar game up.
Now, and that is back in mainstream media now that the officer that was involved in the shooting has been cleared and has been sent on his way as not guilty in manslaughter or murder. Now, I want to talk a little bit about this and why this is so ridiculous but so controversial. And I kind of want to talk a little bit about why I feel the way I do about the situation and why I think it's absolutely stupid and ridiculous that we're even having this conversation. Now,
okay, how's the conversation stupid and ridiculous? I'm saying like that. He got murdered right there in front of his girlfriend, Diamond Reynolds, and his little daughter with this old soft-ass, scary-ass, bitch-ass cop, Yanez, shooting in the motherfucking car. And with his partner on the other side of the car, who could have easily shot him. Dumbass.
I'm just going to start off by saying this, okay? I, as an African American, I've been pulled over before several times, numerous times, while being armed or unarmed.
Well, yeah, see, he say, I, as an African American. Well, at least he doesn't shy away from that. But for the record, for all my Moorish brothers and sisters and all that, we all know that the term African American, no thanks to Jesse Jackson, doesn't identify nationality, no race. But like I say, you can't fix stupid, can't cure stupid. Let's continue.
In any demographic of neighborhood, whether it be suburban, inner city, rural, urban, and I've never had any problems. And most times I was carrying a firearm, okay? And I too let the police officer know that I was carrying a firearm. Well, I've been pulled over, never had a problem while carrying. And the reason why is because I made the choice that I'm going to respect their authority and to respect their orders, no matter how I felt about the situation, okay? No matter how I felt about the situation. Police officers have one main goal, and that's to make it home to their family at the end of shift. And, if the rest of America, which...
Wait a minute. You don't, Kevin, you don't think that we have that same agenda when we when we get up in the morning, we step outside our house and we go ahead and we go to our career, or either, more importantly, our place of business? Our place of business or whatever to conduct and put in 8, 10, 12 hours a day. Our goal too after we get off is to make it back home safe. Whether we get off and we stop at the store to pick up something or we just go hang out, is to make it home safe too. So why in the world they should get the police gets the special treatment like they first class citizens? Get the fuck out of here. I don't think nobody has it in their agenda not to make it home on a daily. Because see, he don't, like I say, this is young rhymes with dumb, as the late great James David Buddy Ryan has always was telling Gary Fensick, Wilbur Marshall, Mike Singletary, and the rest of the 85 Bear Squad, as well as he told the Eagles, young rhymes with dumb, and this is a perfect example of it. I mean, boy, I tell you, he trying to aim high to get that buttermilk biscuit, I tell you that much. He's really reaching. You may be looking at a future Jason Whitlock or Stephen A. Smith. Who knows?
is Black America in part, okay, had the same agenda, and that is to make it home, instead of trying to make a point, trying to make a video for social media, trying to race bait these police officers, if they had the same agenda as police officers,
trying to make a video, social media, trying to race bait. See, that's typical Fox FAUX News narrative speaking right there. That's typical Fox News BS. Trying to race bait. That's the clean way of saying that somebody like myself, the Advice Show, Phil from the Advice Show, Touring Rain, Ticket TV, Town Biz, 1LVZ, 78 Sports TV, 78 Sports News, 93 Sports News, Dream Chasing Boxing, Superboy 223, J Miller Spit, all of us. That's just a polite way of saying when we get out here and we touring around, we spitting that real shit, and we spitting truth, real truth, unfiltered, unadulterated truth. That's just they kind of way of saying out there to shut the fuck up, especially when it comes down to the injustice. Oh, and my main Miami brother, G-Mob Media. You know, shit, he can miss me with this.
And that is to make it home to their loved ones at the end of the day, or at the end of shift. This world will be so much different. And it's true, this world will be so much different. The idiotic thing is I see about with this video is that it's completely justified because, first of all, Philando Castro had a very...
See, again, like I said, he failed in English. It's Philando Castile. See, this is just goes to show you that he doesn't know nothing. He is totally clueless. Clueless little fuzz behind the ear little boy, hasn't yet reached puberty and stuff, and trying to sound like, you know, he's an adult, but he's not. He's a punk little boy and stuff like that. He's a punk. You can't even get the man's name right. You know? You can't even get the man's name right. Stupid ass.
Very, very a big problem with authority. That's the number one thing. He had a big problem with authority. He didn't like to listen to anybody. Second of all, he was breaking the law and driving without brake lights, okay? So he's breaking the law and he has a problem with authority.
How he was breaking the law? How he was breaking the law, Kevin? Please tell me that. He had a busted tail light. Probably didn't even know he had a busted tail light. There's plenty of people that that drive their car and whatever, and they probably go somewhere. They probably don't even know they had a busted tail light. The normal reaction would be like, when the officer pull you over, I said, did you know you had a busted tail light? I said, 9 times out of 10, even that officer will probably know. It happens here in Miami all the time. No. Shoot. Probably didn't know you didn't have a busted tail light. Somebody probably just ran into you or hit and run. You don't know that. See, he's trying to make every excuse in the world to justify. Because I'm going to tell y'all a little something about Kevin Martin, which I was doing some research.
The police officer was very, very, very respectful when he got pulled over. He said, all right, I'm just letting you know I got a firearm on me. First of all, the police officer said, license, insurance, and registration, right? License, insurance, registration. He gave him a little bit of a headache about that, right? So the cop got a little nervous, okay? And he said, license, insurance, registration. He said, I'm just letting you know I got a firearm on me. What did the cop say? The cop said, don't reach for it. Don't reach for it. Don't reach for it. Don't. Boom, 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 boom. And that was it. So obviously, the police officer told him, don't reach for it. But he decided to do it anyway because he was trying to make a point to the cop. Philando Castro was pissed off.
Okay, lies right there. Lies right there. Okay, what person, what gangster, bad person, bad guy is going to let an officer know they pull them over saying that they got a gun, they got a firearm, you know? That's how, you know, plain and simple. And he told Philando Castile, like I say, if you got a firearm, you got a license for it. Then he told him to get a license out and stuff, and that's exactly what he was doing. He was following and complying with the order. And that scary motherfucker still turned around and shot him anyway, because Yanez is a stupid idiot. Okay, if you're in that profession and you're gonna be that scary, you shouldn't even be a cop. Period. So I don't know what the fuck this motherfucker talking about. I may not even let this video play. You know what? I'm not even finna let this video play for a very long time, because he's starting to get on my nerve with that annoying voice, and he's starting to piss me off. He really is. But I'm gonna leave the link in the description, people. Y'all can go ahead and y'all can listen to the whole thing for yourself. But what I was saying about this motherfucker here, and I love using that word, that, I mean, you know, he sounded like some, not talking about people from backwood country, because my roots lie in the country too. He sounded like some little backwood, non-grammar fool from out of backwoods or somewhere in North Alabama somewhere. Trying to sound like and act like he Caucasian. And it's another thing I did find out, 2 things on him about this. You know, at the end of that video, you're going to hear him say, you're going to find out that he's a 45 supporter. And on top of that, he was put up to do this video by, let me go ahead and give you the person who's responsible for this. Allow me to introduce myself. Well, it's not on here though. But let me go and give you the person. Yeah, you're going to see that later. I'm going to explain behind that. That's responsible for this. That he's been put up to do it by. I hate using Internet Edge. I really do. Well, it's not on here either, but I'm just gonna get right to it, man. You know, this idiot right here, Alex Jones. That's how he got put up to doing that. That's who put him up on that, because Kevin Martin has been on InfoWars a lot, and he's funded by Alex Jones. And we all know Alex Jones ain't nothing more than just a Caucasian terrorist, but he uses his platform of InfoWars as being a fearmonger, you know. He went from, oh, you can't trust the media, and going on a jihad about the Bilderberg, and the Rothschilds, and the Rockefellers, and all that other bullshit. Now he going on here on this tirade saying that Black Lives Matter is out to destroy the U.S. and all this other crap. So that's who funds this idiot right here. I mean, like, you know, he's really, really reaching and so on like that. He still got fuzz behind the ears. And like I said, I'm gonna go back to that picture that I showed y'all. And you know, this I was trying to look for it, I couldn't find it, so I had to, if you don't mind, I had to get this so everybody can go and see it. It's one of the reasons why he was reaching, and there it is. Right there with the Wicked Witch of the West, Tommy Lauren. And you see something right here too? See the smile he got on his face? And check out the background. I don't see no other black person back there. None whatsoever. Yeah. See, this is a picnic. Or should I say pick a nigga. And they picked the nigga. Just like on the movie Get Out. Okay? Where you had all the white... Remember the movie Get Out? You know, where you had all the white folks were there. And he's the only black person there and stuff like that. I mean, like, look at Cheezer. He probably got his buttermilk biscuit, got his reward, so on and so forth. You know? I wouldn't be surprised in these circles these Caucasians probably talk about, oh, I like it. The women talking about, I like his eyes or whatever like that. But he's a fucking coon, man. Fucking coon. You know? That's real bold of you to get out there to go throw a dead man. Let me take that down. Go throw a dead person, a man who lost his life, under the bus just for some... Just for a little capital or a little exposure or whatever. Now don't be surprised you see this idiot gets out here and he start appearing on Fox News like a certain other coon on sports media just recently got hired by, you know, who everybody know I hate a lot. You know, but this one right here, man, anybody that lives up in the Pennsylvania area, y'all see this fuckboy, beat his ass on sight. Please. Just give him a straight up ass whooping for that. You know. But he definitely is the coon, not coon of the week, just coon of the month. Because like I said, this is a Coon Hunters Thursday special because I'm doing 2 stories. You know. Because let me go ahead and I'm going to get into this other story right here that really got me bothered. Kind of bothered a bit. And see, like, you know, you already got self-hating niggas out there, but when you got self-hating black women out there, that's a whole lot more worse. And this couldn't be no worse. Now, the picture that you see here happen to be 4, if you want to call them ladies. And you wonder why you got the Caucasoid parasite standing there holding a newborn infant and stuff. Well, this story here is going to really fuck you up. Okay, these folk, what they all got in common? All of them had intercourse with this. Get this, y'all. And got impregnated and got pregnant by him inside a Target bathroom. Let me say this shit again. All 4 of them. She ain't showing. She's showing. She's showing. She definitely showing. Got impregnated by this virus in a Target bathroom. Let me just bring up the story right now because the article came up from, let me just get rid of this right here real quick. You know, this is coming straight out of Colossal. You know. So, you know, this shit crazy as fuck, man. It's crazy. That don't take me though. Let me see something. Maybe it coming out of. Let me try Vine Box. Actually, it's coming out of the New York Post. Now, they calling this guy the Sperminator. You know, wow. Has 26 kids, many fathered in Target bathroom. Well, I know Father's Day has come and gone. But let's just get into it. This past Father's Day, he's still the most in-demand dad in town. A year after the Post revealed that CUNY math professor Ari Nagel has fathered 23 kids. Some conceived the old-fashioned way, others involving sperm handoffs at public spots, such as the Atlantic Center Target in downtown Brooklyn. He's back. Nagel, who's 41, has donated his super sperm to even more women, resulting in 4 kids born since last Father's Day. And 8 other ladies from Florida. Oh, God, Jesus. Once again, my home state got to get involved in this. God damn it. Anyway, from Florida to Maryland to the Bronx are currently pregnant because of him. In fact, wannabe mommies from all over the globe have reached out to Nagel after seeing his story in the Post. He's had inquiries from Turkey, Nigeria, South Africa, and even China. The Sperminator summer is jam-packed with trips time to ovulation schedules. He's flying to Israel this week to meet a woman who will have Nagel freeze his sperm at a clinic in case her first attempt at pregnancy is unsuccessful. After that, he's off to Vietnam. This crippled woman's story really hit home. He said of a 30-something left in a wheelchair after the debilitating motorcycle accident a few years ago. She said, "It's all I ever wanted. You just have a vibe that she be an amazing mom. Plus, it will diversify his portfolio. I don't have an Asian baby yet. In mid-July, a hopeful from Taiwan is flying to New York to see if Nagel can make her dreams come true." God damn. What the fuck? In every case, the women are covering the cost of the flights. But as always, Nagel charges nothing for his sperm. It's a lot of fun traveling. Actually, of course, no one's ovulating in Hawaii. It's Toledo, Ohio, and Flint, Michigan. He said, insisting he loves helping strangers. Yeah, I like helping strangers too, but not like that. Creating a life and saving a life are my proudest moments. I donate my bone marrow twice and I never got to meet the recipients. I have no idea who it was. Fathering children is a lot more fulfilling. It's an honor to be chosen. As the Post reported last year, the Sperminator often used public restrooms, Target, Starbucks, for procuring samples. Once a location is chosen, Nagel will go into the bathroom, pleasure himself while watching porn on his iPhone. See, you can't tell this country is heading into a pedophilia type state. And ejaculate into an instead soft cup, which is a type of menstrual cup. Ew. He then delivers the specimen to the women, who goes into the ladies' room and inserts it into her cervix. God damn. Nagel insists there's no shame in his game. He should be. There's homeless people in that Target bathroom all the time. What I'm doing is the least of their problems. You have people showering in the sinks there, he said. They should give us some free diapers for all this free press. Pregnant Bronx mom Paige Moxie met him in the Target, she said. The 30-year-old healthcare worker, married to wife Jasmine Bell, is due in February. Devin Vanderhorst, 35, got lucky at Target too, but only after the customer service associate and her wife, Sean, first met up with Nagel at a Midtown nightclub. That initial attempt was not successful. I was at a friend's birthday party and Vanderhurst thought that she was fertile. We partied, Nagel explained, but it was very challenging to ejaculate into a cup after a few drinks. Double ooh. Vanderhurst, who is due in September, only wants one thing. For her future daughter, Kari. She said the names mean queenly and joyful in Swahili. I'm praying for Nagel's blue eyes. They just set off the whole face. Wow, self-hate's a motherfucker, man. And then there's Amanda Santiago, who received a red Solo cup full of Nagel sperm at his friend's backyard barbecue in Queens. Really? Don't drink from this cup, Nagel warned fellow guests, who he said quickly realized what the sperminator was up to. They were all creeped out. Their whole demeanor changed. Yeah, my demeanor would change too. I wouldn't even be going back there. Santiago, 26, stay-at-home mom from Medford, LI. I don't know what that is. That's not Louisiana, that's for sure. I don't know. Took the cup in the back of her Yukon Denali SUV and did the deed. Now she's currently 37 weeks pregnant with a girl she plans to raise with her partner, Gabriella Bonilla. Fucking lesbo shit. See, this sounds like some feminist shit to me. One Brooklyn mom allowed her 2-month-old girl to appear with Nagel for the post photo shoot, but declined to give her or the baby's name because her family is in the dark about her daughter's lineage. The single 30-something contacted Nagel after reading last year's article. It wasn't just a story, it was a dream come true. 5 minutes after reading it, I emailed him and we met the next day. I was ready. Nagel used the soft cup method at her home. I'm not giving up on my dream to meet someone, but seeing her, I'm so glad I didn't wait. She's already thinking about baby number 2 with the sperminator. I'm shaking my head here at the moment. Now, there was a moment last year when Nagel thought about throwing in the towel. Now, these are women they're talking about. Paige Moxie, that's her. Devin Vanderhurst, that's her. That's Ari, y'all know who it is. I figured this was Amanda Santiago. And then this Tiffany Harrison. Wow. Yeah. That was a little overwhelming. You know, between the media, the women emailing with requests and dealing with my family, it's been a lot. He was even recognized by a CUNY staffer while proctoring a final exam at the school. He said, oh my God, we have to take a selfie, recalled the stunned Nagel. I feel more infamous than famous. A week after Nagel was first profiled in the Post last Father's Day, he admitted that his wife, with whom he lives in downtown Brooklyn and shares 3 children, aged 13, 6, and 3, or 12 years, was upset by the situation, as she rightly should. Although Nagel claimed his wife, with whom he said he did not have a romantic relationship, knew of his sperminator hobbies, an anonymous tipster told the Post she had no idea. Today, Nagel won't discuss his home life other than to say that he and his religious wife's arrangement hasn't changed since last year. She wasn't livid about his donations per se, but rather about the media's attention wreaking havoc on their otherwise private life. So he took a sperm sabbatical for 3 months, but Nagel found out he couldn't ignore his calling. It's hard to say no to the women, especially when something that's so important to them is so easy for me to give. If what I was doing was wrong, it wouldn't feel right, but it feels good making someone else's dream come true. Why that's controversial is they're so puzzling to me. The moms agree. I wouldn't have a baby if Ari wanted the father. That was Tiffany Harrison. That's the one in the white dress, who's a 42-year-old who works in church with her pastor wife. You notice something? That's a trend there. All 4 of the women that was in that picture, they, their other halves happen not to be men, but women. Freaking lesbians, man. Now, she had successful conception after the sperminator produced a sample on demand at her Easter party. It'll be her family's second Nagel baby. Yvonne gave birth to their daughter Zoe 2.5 years ago. They consider Nagel a member of the family, even joins them on vacations, most recently in Las Vegas this past winter. Several mothers invite each other to baby showers and birthday. Some of the moms video chat every day. They all love each other, maybe a little too much. Some of the moms are flirting and hooking up. While about 10% of the mothers don't include Nagel in their children's lives at all, he has met all of the kids. For others, he's a regular at birthday parties and school events. He's sometimes even in the living room. I texted him at 6 a.m. and he came right away. That's Ari. He's always there. It's important he'll find a way, said the unnamed Brooklyn mom of the baby girl. Nagel was also pregnant this past spring when a Florida woman gave birth to his first set of twins. This must be her right here. That must be her right there. It's a bond that's unexplainable to people. Vanderhurst said the relationship she imagines Nagel will have with her unborn daughter. We want her to know that she has a dad and makes it as normal as possible for her. From the outside, people don't get it, but from the inside, it's a family thing. How the hell is a family? Boy, look here. He must be spitting some serious game to brainwash them. Anyway, Nagel doesn't plan to procreate forever, however. It's only for another year or two. There's higher risk for birth defects as you get older, and I wouldn't feel comfortable. I want the children to be healthy. He joked that he'd like to pass the baton one day to his now 13-year-old son. He'll take over, said Nagel, who already talked to the boy about it, adding that he'll need his own nickname. You can be the ejaculator, not the sperminator. Jesus, good grief. Nagel admits that this is all a long way from his early life. Whether he was a sheltered kid from an insular Orthodox community in Rockland County, but he wouldn't have it any other way. Now I have family members from every stripe, race, creed, nationality, and orientation. I got a little United Nations. You get that last part. He has family members from every stripe, race. You see what I'm saying? See what he said? Race, from every stripe, race, creed, color, nationality, and orientation. That basically means saying, it goes back to what I said before, and it goes back to what Phil said and a lot of us said. See, their race is dying out. They're dying out. So they're finding anything and everything they can to try to do what they have to do in order to survive. And by hooking up with women in a Target bathroom or a backseat of a Yukon Denali, and that's my favorite truck, my favorite SUV. Excuse me. The thing is, the sad part about this is that these women, particularly these folk, definitely have self-hate issues, man. Self-hate is a motherfucker. I mean, but here's the thing about with all 4 of these women. They willing to go ahead and have baby from this man. They're not going ahead, they're not calling no child support or anything like that. They're calling it father. Now, if that had been a black man, they'd have said like, oh, that's just my baby daddy. They'd have been called the state attorney's office. They'd have been going ahead and hit him up with child support, this and that and so forth. Oh, he ain't shit, this and that. That just shows you how much self-hate they got. Even had one of them, I think Devin right here, she says she want her baby to have his blue eyes. Self-hate's a motherfucker, man, and it's running rampant in the black community. It really is, you know. But it also goes to show you that none of these women don't have, none of these ladies, and I shouldn't even call them ladies. None of these jokers don't have no standards. I mean, that remind me of that Humpty Hump song, the Humpty Dance song. What Humpty had said. Shoot, I once got busy in the Burger King bathroom. This takes it to a whole nother level. You know, it takes it to a whole nother level, man. I mean, self-hate is a motherfucker. You know, I don't know who's worse, these 4 bedwenches or this old coon ass nigga here who need to have his ass whooped several times over. You know, this is like Taurine said, man. This guy's a young David Clark in the making. You know, and he, you know, when he mentioned saying he got pulled over his firearm, he'll probably go ahead and shoot one of us in the back just to go ahead to get Caucasian validity. And you already seen the picture. You see how he was grinning from earlobe to earlobe because he took a picture with the Enchantress, with Amora the Enchantress, Tommy Lauren. But I tell you, this is sad, man. This is very sad on both of their parts, man. Black people, we got to do better. We got to do better, man. I've been stressing this. The 27th has passed. Okay, it has been a year since I did start doing my speaker podcast and start doing the videos. Yes, I still do the free speaker podcast and stuff like that. You know, this is still the Amazing Show. This is still that. Ain't nothing has changed. The format may be a little bit different, but it's still the same thing. So this been over a year now. So, you know, 1 year anniversary. So, you know, I can't believe it's been that long. So congratulations to myself on that, though. You know, I'm humbled by that. I'm humbled by the subs that I got too, because I'm keep bringing news like this out, content like this out, and what we need to start doing as a people, we need to start communicating ourselves for people like this. And of course, guys, y'all got to stop going ahead and start going for chicks like this, women who basically, let me get back up there. Sorry about that. Women like this who basically got low self-esteem issues and stuff like that, and self-hate issues, you know. You know, like I said, now don't come in here talking about saying, oh, I don't know their backstory like that. Yeah, you're right, I don't. But, you know, all of them hooked up with somebody being of the same gender, and they probably got this excuse, or they've been dogged and stuff by so many different men, so they look at all men in general consensus. But when they needed to go ahead and get their sperm to mix with their egg, they went to a man. But then again, it's not a black man, they went to a so-called European. You know? See, when you don't love yourself, and you don't love your people, that's a recipe for a doomed community. Then you add the homosexuality into that, which never was a part of our culture. And then this is like polygamy. I mean, dude, some idiot, some thirsty dude talking about saying, oh, well, he a player and so like that. You know, he went from here in Florida, from Florida to Maryland, all the way up to the tri-state area. I won't be surprised he probably got one in Cali or Texas or even in the Midwest, Chicago, Cleveland, Houston, wherever. But the thing is, my point of the matter is like this. Ladies, to my sisters, y'all got to start loving yourself more, because see, you know, whatever issue, don't end up being like this, because, you know, because you can't possibly live with yourself, and I guarantee you're gonna hear something tragic about them. Not wishing bad luck, I'm just shooting a reality. That's what's gonna end up happening. See, he don't got their best interests at heart. All he's just doing, man, he's just trying to ensure his survival. You heard the last comment, what he said. Now he's got kids from every stripe, race, creed, nationality, and orientation. He's just doing that to ensure his survival. Because like I said, their race is dying out. White on white crime, the opioid epidemic, white women don't want to have babies no more, and the wife that he's living with now don't even want to have babies no more. They're too busy focused on their careers and stuff. You know, no getting married, this and that. But nah, you know, these women who basically self-hating, it's just sad. Self-hating bedwenches, and nothing worse than a self-hating coon ass dude, you know, coon like this. You know, like I said, I don't know what to say. The best thing, the solution we need to do as a black community, we need to start excommunicating ourselves from these type of people, because see, trust me, they never had our best interests at heart. They not for us, they're against us. Because when I say that not every brother and a sister, there's not a brother or a sister, that's what I mean. And it also, same thing goes for some of these idiots that be on social media. They ain't mention the name like that, you know, even I could call out somebody else too that's a spokesperson for the NRA. Even he's been soft shoeing and cooning a bit, and I'm talking about Mr. Coleon Noir. You know, he's all of a sudden now caping up for the NRA, who still remains silent on the Philando Castile murder. Let's just call it for what the fuck it is. It was murder. And this asshole here says it was justified. They can miss me with that shit. I had an argument with a dude yesterday about that, saying that junk was justified. And I'll tell you like that, and when I see him again, I'm gonna confront him again with his whole shit that he said. Because that's how I be like. Because at the end of the day, most of my subs, most of the people who support and subscribe to me, you know, they mostly they real people, and they from the streets, and that's who I speak for. I speak for the streets. Same thing with my brother Poppy Bay. Same thing with my brother Ambassador Goodman here. But this self-hate, the coons and the bedwenches, they gonna be the first ones to go. Because like I said before, I even had a talk with a white nationalist, and he said it himself that when I asked him what I think about people like this, he say we only use them to go ahead and say the things that we can't say without being deemed a racist, but we don't trust them. We don't respect them, because if they turn against their own people like that, what makes you think that they won't do the same to us? And you got to understand something. See, them Caucasian supremacists, them Caucasian terrorists, they on survival mode too. The Richard Spencers, you seen my video I did with Richard Spencer handed Charles Barkley, dumbass, his ass. You know. And this guy here, Kevin Martin, he's a David Clark, he's a Charles Barkley, Stephen A. Smith, Jason Whitlock, Ray Lewis, Eric Davis, Tommy, what's his face, all rolled up into one. Self-hate's a motherfucker, people. And he gonna get his nigga moment real soon. And when it do, I am not going to shed a tear when it does happen. That's for sure.